Hey guys, what's going on? James here. I'm just going to do a really quick video of the shrimp tank. Just to show you what's going on in here real quick. And then I'm going to move downstairs. I'll explain a couple of things also when I'm down there. I got to be quiet because the wife and daughter decided to fall asleep up on the sofa upstairs. So hopefully you can hear me. I gave this thing a water change. You can see that it's kind of dirty with the moss part of it, but not much I can do with all the shrimp hiding down within it. So it's looking pretty awesome, I think. A couple more back there in the back doing their thing. So yeah, the shrimp tank is looking pretty wicked. Doing good. A couple more shots here for you. Like I said, that moss is looking pretty shabby, but with all the shrimp hiding around in it, it's a little trickier to get it out of there and get something else in. So alright, that's that. I'm gonna run downstairs. Alright. Alright, what I'm going to do down here real quick, let me just get my sheet here. I'm going to do some shout outs, and there's a quick view of my fish room. Lights, everything is out. Alright, let me just go ahead and shut these lights off down here so it looks a little bit better. See if I can adjust this camera. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, it's a little off of what it is. Alright, I'm going to do some shout outs real quick and then just show you what's going on with this reef tank. Alright, I've got Neil87, Bonnie Miller, John Pierce, Alex Ayala, Boy with a Fish Tank, Barry Stouffer, Love My Honda Fit, and J-Dog, who just subscribed a few minutes ago. I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm going to definitely keep your advice in mind as for the sand and what have you if all else fails. Alright, the one thing I wanted to talk about upstairs real quick was the shrimp tank. I had pulled a ton of duckweed out of it. And in the process of doing that, you know, I was just poking my fingers through there, making sure no shrimp was in there. And then putting it inside of a 5-gallon bucket of the water as I was changing it out. And then once I came downstairs, I had started to put the stuff into the trash can. And I'm like, wait a second, you know, let me just double check. And sure enough, I went and double checked, and I had a bunch of really small infant shrimp inside with the duckweed. Even after I had been poking my fingers through it, they tend to swim right back up to the light. So any of you guys that are removing duckweed out of your shrimp tanks, pay close attention to your water before you actually drain it, because you'll be amazed at how many little shrimp might be actually down inside that duckweed and you don't even realize it. So just a heads up, I ended up catching myself a little tiny blue royal, or what was it, a blue velvet shrimp, just an infant, so I'm surprised they even saw it, but I ended up finding it and a couple of small red ones. So just use precaution when you're doing that. Alright, anyways, here's the reef tank. I have not touched this reef tank yet. As you can see, I still got this stuff on the glass and down here, but now if you notice, not doing anything. There's the big sea here. I don't mean him not doing anything, I mean me not doing anything. No water changes or anything. There's no cyano down on the sand. Notice that? Before there was cyano down there. Zero cyano. If you look in front of Clammy, remember it was all green? There was tons of hair growing and everything else. That's no longer there. There's a little bit on his shell, but the sea urchin, or sea hare, has actually been eating it off of his shell, which is pretty ironic. See, he's headed for it now. But, yeah, see, there's absolutely no cyano. So, I just have not been messing with this thing at all. I'm just letting it do its own thing, and then these two critters are inside here, of course. The green hair, yeah, it's still on the rocks, but as you can see, it's just constantly getting mowed down more and more and more, which is awesome. So it's looking really cool like that. So we'll have to just see what's going to happen and just keep going from there. But you can see it's definitely different. The urchin's up here doing its thing around this coral here. See all the bare spots? So I think it's working. It's keeping them guys happy. But the thing I thought was pretty cool is zero cyano. See, cyano was right there where all this bubble stuff is at. But you see, it's all oxygen bubbles now. So, yeah, it's totally gone. So pretty wild. Everything else is looking pretty good. I don't know how well the camera is adjusted. But seems like you can see the colors pretty good. From what I can gather anyways. Some of the reds are missing, but that's alright. What are you going to do? But, alright guys, that's what the update was about. And a quick thing for Barry Stouffer. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this thing up here a little bit. Hopefully this will work. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit. He had sent me a message in regards to having a problem with this big skimmer down here. So let's see if I can help him out here real quick. As you can see how I've got it hooked up. Alright, I'm not running the valve that comes with the skimmer right here. It has a lot of salt to it, but the little ball valve that comes with it that you would put on your power head that pushes the water up into it. And then also the glass tube, I think this is what you're talking about. See how high the glass tube is? Everything is way up. So I'm not really positive if that's what you were referring to. If you look back there, I don't have it down in the bottom. It's up way above the actual sump. See where the valve's coming out? Now what I was talking about with the overflow thing, from what I'm gathering, is you might have this valve shut too much. Because if you shut this valve too much, it's going to cause this right here to just rise until it's going to overflow, or it's going to do the same thing in here. It's going to raise this water level and just start draining water. So you need to adjust this valve slowly and wait, you know. But this tube right here, it doesn't matter where you put it. So raise this thing up as far as you want to go with it. This was an additional piece that was being used for another item that they were going to implement, and it never went through. So this is just its own little deal for another project, but raise that thing up so that it's able to hold water, and then the same thing with the lower part, because that actually adjusts. That's the adjustment to go over your sump. So hopefully that'll help you answer some of Barry Stouffer's questions. And the most important thing is the way you're running this valve right here. Start it out fully open, and then just slowly adjust it in little increments. And pay attention to this water level inside here, as well as the water level inside here. All right. That's basically where you want to keep your water level, is right there. And you can see how it's doing up here. Alright, so hopefully that helps out. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here. I know it's probably getting pretty long. Quick overview of everything. Again, 0 cyano. Looking sweet. Now we can get rid of this green hair. We'll be really rocking it. Alright everybody, bye bye.